But there's only 2 tackle on this
They've
as well, and
started.
one is a frenzy.
They've started.
Oh, perfect. What is that? On time in the mornings. Oh.
I know, lovely. I'll see if I can see who's won the toss.
I do, yeah, well, I don't mind strings for sidestepping this one, just to hang Chug up a bit.
It looks like the Chugs is on defense. We've got Zara and a wizard.
Okay. I'm not sure about that. But I guess Sarah can stab. Is he thinking high rolling with stabbing?
Maybe. Who are we watching from his perspective? Are we watching
Chug, because he's on. Or no, wait a second. He's in defense. Let's go behind
Let's
Mongloom.
go back into Mongloom, yeah.
Morning, Ali.
Morning, Ali. Nice to see you.
Nice to see everyone.
Yeah. In the words of Bruce Forsyth, it's nice to see you, Nice. So he's gone for an offset rule of 5.
Yeah, we've been discussing a lot on Dio's channel, and every time people start talking defense, my main point is again, as long as you can take advantage of blitz as elves, it doesn't freaking matter. As nobody is going to take the empty space anyway. It's about protecting the players you want to protect from getting blitzed, and it's about taking advantage of the blitz. Everything else is marginal,
exactly.
at best. You could set up in
this is aggressive.
In a lot of silly ways, and it will almost never make any difference. Morning Kilbill as well. Cannot even remember what time. Like, yeah. At least it's morning from some of us.
It's 4 o'clock somewhere. So it's very early morning, is what he's saying. If it's just past midnight.
For me, that will more be morning than night, to be honest.
There's a high kick. So with the catch skill.
Yeah, that's.
To catch. Oh, rolls a double one anyway.
But then you got.
Well, there we go. He burnt the 1-1-2-1. So there we go. That's
pretty good. And then one on the kickoff event as well, which means directly into a stab casualty.
What a start. Zara earning her money right there. Kick's not bad. Sorry, the kick, where the ball's scattered isn't bad either. Into 2 tackle zones. You can afford to take the stab for free, can't you?
Maybe his.
Oof!
And doubles. He's going all directions. He's playing the high-low game here. It's either really high or really low. That's nothing in between.
Yeah. So what we're saying is, if he fails something, he should immediately re-roll it because it's going to be successful.
That's a bit.
Well, that's. I mean, down a re-roll turn 1, but up 2 pieces on the field is. I think you'd take that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's. He's still got 2 re-rolls. It's all right.
He's still got to make the 3+ though.
Yeah, but I do like Chugs is a bit because of the kick. Even if you miss it, it's probably alright because Chugs need to throw all the go for it into it.
Yeah, the kick spot favoured him, didn't it? He's got this this boat shape of the defence is all on the wrong side, and with
Yeah,
his
no.
sidestep and firm shutting it down as well.
Yeah, I would probably gone a square more with the sidestepper, to be honest.
And another removal. 3 hits, 3 removals. Can he get the full 4?
And then he's going to miss the pickup. That's
Yeah,
a given,
exactly.
isn't it?
Here's the 4th removal now.
Otherwise, I would hurry in and pick it up. Nope,
What?
no, it was
No,
trees.
no removal.
He didn't
I
even
mean,
break armor. That's shocking.
yeah. Do you even foul here?
With your block peasant?
Yeah, no, he's coming back to
No,
cover the
I
ball.
think you're
Yeah,
going to
sensible.
screen off more.
Sensible.
Oh,
Oh,
and he
here we go.
makes it us.
What's the point in having commentary, eh? We can't predict everything. Well, that was fantastic. Fantastic opening turn for Mongloom, wasn't it?
Yeah, as Chug says, I think he
I mean,
needs either hurry up or just.
you're lying down. You know, it's already kind of reaching the point where you're eyeing up either lying down or.
Yeah, that's only because of the star player, I guess. The 2 unskilled bred peasants as around. I don't hate going for the star player. And not star player, one of the guarder.
Yeah.
If you can get rid of the 2 guard blockers, that'll make everything easier in the long run.
Yeah, for sure. But the other thing is that we, you know, Chugs has lost his, he's lost his one of his guard.
Yeah.
So, you know, okay, it's got dirty player rather than something more useful. You know, it's an unfortunate set of rolls there. But to be down a guard already is not, you know, that would have been quite a nice one.
Yeah, so he's setting up for some elf screening. I guess it's alright. See what happens if you still got those Magic 85s if Mongloom gives their way in. And there is only 2 guard. And you might even need to free up one of those guards with the blitz now. To make sure it doesn't just get pounded on. And of course it has the extra bonus of giving you a second hit anyway.
Rick saying he'd want to be fouling after having such a bad bad LOS, so he's suggesting Chug should have gone in with the fouls, maybe.
It'd have been an option to kind of abandon the screen over here, which I think he could have done because Mongloom is not rushing down pits, I would imagine anyway.
Yes, the other thing is you know Chug still has the leap, tackle, agi 5 sidestep, doesn't he? So as long as he's got 2 agi 5s, there is a problem for the Brits, isn't there? So I guess it just reaches the point you just make a decision at some point that you're not going to you're going to lie down and just let the Brits come through if it goes wrong.
That's exactly how I feel, like a big old yawn. What are people doing playing Blood Bowl at this time of day?
What are you doing up? Or is nobody expected you will be here?
Is one of them Australian or something? Oh, the wife kicked me out of bed. Apparently I was snoring.
No, Mongloom is Spanish?
Oh, so it's only 10. It's only 10.
Yeah, and that's early days in Spain.
Yeah, it is. I think out-scheduled might be one of Chug's problems here. Now he does have the big rowdy bench, so I don't hate Rick's idea of laying a foul in.
No, and there's only 2 guard breads.
It's about probably about finding the right foul rather than just anything you can lay your boot into. It's not like you're a 15-man undead team with some zombies.
Yeah, and if you can, you know, if you can get rid of the guard, then you've got your own agi 5 guard to just dink in, and then you can leap in as well and get the 2D on the ball carrier.
Because the agi 5 guard does have to be kept. It's like a very fragile, isn't it? It's got a niggle, so it does have to be kept fresh for that key moment.
Yeah, it's like I'm saying normally when I'm playing Wood Elf, it's all about like manipulating the game around so you get your players in the right position before you go for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and Core and I spoke at the start of the game as well. The other thing is he's got 4 Agi 5. You know, even if he loses one, he's still got 3 Agi 5. It's like...
Well, I mean, it makes the lack of leap, the lack of true ball hawks, a little more understandable, doesn't it? Because there's things you can do. There's an AG5 with tackle. Because, of course,
It's got leap as
Brett's
well,
come
hasn't it?
Yeah,
blodged
that's
up,
the
is it?
lever. That's the
Ah, that
lever.
is the leaper.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
gone blodge into the Agi, into tackle, into leap.
That's lovely.
Yeah, but
That's,
the thing is, he's kind of forced to using it, like a shielding thing, and hope he
yeah.
doesn't want to hit it with sidestep. Since Mongloom has all the time in the world, I will potentially look at taking the chance with the sidestep and the mighty blow on that
Yeah, I
one.
mean,
At one
I'd
point.
be banging on that all day long.
But I also understand there's the bristle strip ball dodge, which is a easier target. Being
Yes, but
AV7 as well. I can see that.
and similarly, if I was Chugs, it's hard, as you said, with 4 AG5. It's hard to know which ones you want to hide. The guard piece, obviously, with its niggle, is a problem that does need hiding.
Mighty blow is a nickel as well.
The catcher is niggled as well, the mighty blow catcher, and has lots of skills and, of course, loads of pace. That's an incredibly nice piece. That needs hiding.
So those the two catchers is clearly decided is the most.
Yeah, I don't know about the other catcher. I think the leaping tackle, because Brettonians come with so much blodge usually.
Yeah,
I think that's a piece I'd really want available, but
maybe Chugs has made the decision that he's going to Apo one of those 2 Agi 5s. So because he knows he's not Apoing the other 2, the niggled ones,
right, because of the niggle ones, yeah.
them. Yeah, maybe that's why he's hiding them. It's because he knows he would just straight up Apo the other ones.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Does the Birds have any dirty players? They don't, but that kind of suggests they might be putting a peasant foul in.
I mean,
Did Chug have the money for an overdog hire of a second apothecary?
I don't think he had.
I don't think he did, no.
I think he had, or maybe a babe. I think he had 60.
But also,
with the long bench, it's less useful. A second apothecary would be really nice on a team this fragile, and with then 2 fragile players that are made more fragile.
I guess, though, if you do give away the second Apo, then it would have been in Griff and Wizard range, which starts to look quite nice rather than Zara and Wizard.
Well,
double 3s, so he's off.
And no KO or anything?
Yep, only for a stun this time. That's always a good result when any kind of elf stays on under a foul.
Yeah, I guess the main thing really with that first turn with those 3 removals on turn 1 is Chug's lost all of his fodder to put in the way, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
All the fat.
Yeah, there's very little left for screening here.
And everything you screen with is kind of good. Well, now you're getting an extra hit.
A free hit on the on probably the best piece, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was
I didn't love that angle of attack.
No, but it's Mongloom had made it a little bit difficult to hit anything soft. I might not even have hit anybody.
Well, and also because of that, we're not recovering the downed lineman.
Yeah, but it was hard to hit. But it was hard.
Dirty player.
But it was hard to hit anybody. It sidestep, stand firm around that.
Yeah, the knights are so difficult to deal with.
Yeah, and they haven't they've only got the 1 movement up and the 1 mighty blow, which is the nice bits on them. But even as normal, you know, a blodge sidestep catch is just lovely anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, don't underestimate the pace of them. They're reasonably nippy. You know, coming in at a native 7 is lovely.
Yeah, and the catch is surprisingly good if you're in problems and need to move the ball fast.
Yep. AV8 is, I mean, it's obviously not AV9 thick skull, but it's fairly solid. You can expect them to take a few hits here and there.
I like the frenzy option as well. Having a frenzy tackle is nice.
Yeah, I mean, I do. There's things to like about it. I've always called frenzy a nega trait because used wrong, it can obviously completely unpick a position.
I think he's going. I wonder if he's going central and just going to blitz the lineman, since he put the
Yeah.
peasant over there.
Yeah.
And
He's
just do
got
the
plenty. I think he absolutely is. He's got plenty of time. He can hit that with his frenzy piece if he wants. He can then hit it onto Zara, even if all of that fails. And if he can get yet another elf off the pitch, I mean, what he can't afford to do now is keep fouling with one of his own gone. We're in a what, 10-8? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that to drop to 9-8.
No, then the elf suddenly starts being a thing again.
And I always liked this Brettonian roster. I think it was well designed. Tried and tested in the NAF format before it went anywhere else. It's very strong. It's got tools, but it has weaknesses too. It didn't come in at a tier 1 level, which is what you want from usually a new race coming in. And yeah, of course, because of all the problems, there's no way Games Workshop are going to ever adopt it. And instead we have knob humans, who definitely aren't Brettonians at all, honest.
That's a lot of people that don't think, but that's burn. I kind of like them as well. They're different.
Yeah, they had their thing. I mean,
Especially with Bo on NAF.
But that was just stupid.
Yes, broken Galanti. That did need.
Okay.
We're really happy to hit that sidestepper for some bizarre reason.
Yeah.
And we're not getting anybody free again.
No.
No, I mean, I might have been tempted, if we're gonna do things like that, I might have been tempted to just pull the stranded line elf back 1 square, risk an assist in, and have a little bang on Zara. There's then an elf that could have been recovered easier, even if you just move her. Plus, no one's going to use. You can't use an apoth on Zara, so any hit on her that works is a good thing.
Yes, and Mongloom is down to 1 assist. I didn't even hit, just taking the mighty blow hit on the peasant all alone. Big Sam standing all alone. Yeah. You had the assist in that lineman anyway. Just needed to run around.
Again, that lineman could have done the move it did, put the assist in, and then you can just concentrate on your screening afterwards.
New guy to Blood Bowl. Heflis in. Chat seemed to be answering the question, but yeah, you want to use the wizard.
Oh, blast thing. Yeah, first or last.
First or last. You can't even stand a single piece up. If you stand any up, roll any dice, your wizard will end your turn immediately.
But don't feel bad. Like, I think many of us have standing one player up and forgot all about it, then wizard and ended our turn.
Yeah, I did. I had a classic a few years ago with Kemri where I should have wizarded to free the ball carrier to score on turn 16, forgot to wizard, and then I clicked on the ball carrier to blitz, forgot to blitz, and just ended up on my turn 16 stood on the sideline.
Looking at the ball carrier thinking, this is not good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Going, why have I forgotten to wizard? Why have I forgotten to blitz?
Yeah, quite often, every time somebody complains about it, it's always because they've forgotten to stand somebody up.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard to forget.
And the interesting thing with the wizard is it's ideally used not only for its impact directly in the game, but as a tool of psychological warfare. Because whilst it isn't used, it changes everything that your opponent's going to do. They've constantly got to think, okay, what if this is the turn the wizard comes? Am I defended against a wizard as well as all the other evils of Blood Bowl? Yeah, and that's probably most effective on your defensive drive when the opponent's got the ball. It changes the shapes that they need to be in order to make sure they're safe. Because with a lightning bolt, you pretty much guarantee at least knocking somebody over, whether that's the ball carrier or someone else that you want knocked over. And if they get too tight, then a fireball starts to appeal, where you can get mass hits in.
Yeah, it's a bit funny. Like Kislev and vampires is the same thing because they can always cheat. So it just makes you need to play differently. That's the biggest advantage.
Exactly.
Particularly
vampires with their hypno cheat.
Yeah. Mass sleep is a bit the same.
Can be, yeah.
I think
But
that
yeah, Hypno cheat.
the second armor break of the game.
It's not like there's been many Bretts down, let's be honest as well.
Yeah, yeah.
What a... I know why he's doing the Venga boss, but that guard piece is doing absolutely freaking nothing different where it's standing behind the elite, because with only having one guard. Because if you wanted to do the one dice, just go from the top anyway.
Go in.
Yeah, I mean the Venga bus isn't a shape I love. For anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about, I do hate exclusivity chat. That's the cage that we're seeing at the moment with basically two V's with the points of the V's touching each other and the ball carrier, one of the two on the inside.
Yeah, it has. If you don't have a guard on one of the front seats up here, you kind of need a driver as well. Otherwise, it doesn't actually do any difference than a normal cage.
Absolutely, the driver there meaning the space between the two that's standing next to the ball carrier on the outside is filled. Yep, and
if none of the two,
if not, you can cancel those two and leap into that square, and of course you've still got your one die. And if you want to leap your or dodge your guard in either side,
it's two
the ball carrier, you can get yourself two.
Which with 85 is not a bad option.
Yeah, no, I don't hate this. There's a route in, isn't there, for sure? There was to that cage, particularly with a leaping guard. But the guard isn't the leap.
This is a sideways. This is a sideways Venga bus, anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
traditional. A traditional Venga bus would be driving forwards, not across the pitch.
Yep.
You will take the shape you can get against elves sometimes.
For sure.
And it has it's a sure feed thing. Like he can still with movement 7 and sure feed, he doesn't need to get that much forward.
Yeah,
he's back going for the lever. I don't hate it.
No, I don't hate it either.
It's one metric I always look for is how close am I to a max go for it score, and then how close am I to a score without go for it. And then, within that, it's all bonus territory. Can I get so close that I can afford to go sideways if there's a wall in front of me and still score?
Yeah, and unfortunately, with a few sidestep, even having 3 sidestep, Chugs could well get a nice little screen if Mongloom isn't careful and gets a little push through.
Yes.
Yeah, but he's
he's not long on time anymore, is he? This is turn 6. He does get to the point where he starts to need to make a bit of progress.
He got 4 dice. Potentially, I will also re-roll this to get all 6 dice to get that thing down now. Because you can take some space up in the left now then.
Yeah, absolutely. Doesn't need it.
1, 2,
Gets it on
3,
the first
4,
hit.
5. You're saying we're not long on numbers.
I'd throw the foul in.
But he does need to go for it, then doesn't need to get open that square for the peasant. That's a problem with it.
It's only a peasant. We've got 2 re-rolls and there's only 2 turns left.
1, 2, 3,
I might not re-roll it, but I would think I would go for that.
Okay.
We need to create this space. There's still just a few too many elves to be... Yeah, okay, that's... I mean, we've gone sideways with the ball, but we're hopefully seizing some spaces with Zara and with the knights.
He's using the dirty player body as a square that can't be got into as well.
People say that's going to change with everyone having jump in Blood Bowl 2020. It's not going to change as much as people think.
It's a straight agility roll, isn't it? So it's like you're not going to see dwarves leaping over trained players.
No. Well, I mean, you are, but not as a first choice.
Yeah. So he's choosing not to go for the foul.
Yeah, and it also just leaves that leap tackle just to dodge out.
And not taking the space quite as aggressive now, unless this knight's going right up the inside of the file he's created.
Then he needs go for us as well. That's not going to happen. With the route he's already taken,
with the reroll on it,
he's way too compact. It's so easy for the elves.
Is this a pop at the ball?
Yeah, this looks like we are. We're attacking the ball, or else that is
I'm not sure that's
first move.
I'm
I don't
not
think
sure
we
that's
need to.
needed.
I think Mongloom's run himself into a little corner here.
Yeah, you just hit the blocker in front and push everybody Because that's a sidestepper. There's no way it's going
Yeah.
anywhere good.
He's not even gaining space by pushing it away from the front, from the touchdown area.
And you've left it in contact now with the tackle mighty blow.
And now we're elf walling as a secondary. Which, I mean, I get. I think if you are going for the ball there, you need recovery options, but I'm not sure you needed the entire team as recovery options.
Yeah, me too, Ali. And allure to dark book. Yeah.
Can you spot a flaw in this wall he's built?
The whole right side of the pitch where there's a stand firm guard already laying, ready to walk forward.
That.
And here's the free hit.
Just straight ahead.
Up, yeah, depending on the sides, on the hits, of course.
Yeah, I mean, you need to do the first 2 hits, but there's a couple of chinks in this armor.
Oh shit! And you got actually, if you can push the lineman to the side, you got a frenzy to make sure you get the gap forward. The problem is a bit he didn't get more aggressive last turn, so it's a long way forward from the back pieces.
Yes.
So it kind of need to be a knockdown. Where he could go
there's
sideways.
another nice route here, isn't there? Sideways through the. Assuming we can take this lineman down. I might even use the frenzy on it.
Yeah.
And then the AG5 guard, which lacks block.
Yeah, I'll go that way.
Also lacks dodge.
And it's niggled.
And it's niggled.
Yeah, I'll go that way.
Urgently needs banging on.
Yeah. That seems a lot better, and you got your guards that firmer as well. I'll probably use
that stun. That stun seals it to me. You don't have to worry about the complication of that elf getting up.
And you can
That's the space I'd be looking for here.
And you can get both the 2 guard pieces in your cage.
Yep.
If you want to.
I mean, you could push the downed yeoman guard right up into the face of the sidestepping AG5.
I'm not sure that's necessary.
Yeah,
I don't like this.
Oh, it's a Zara blitz. Okay, stab.
That's even worse if she stabs it, because of course it just works. You're kidding me.
Of course it works, but yeah, it wasn't a great choice.
If that fails, then
I also don't like the position she's ended in.
No,
I don't think that's the right square. I think that's a route I'd be wanting available for my pieces to walk through. But
no, she can walk both ways because it worked.
Oh yeah, true.
Because it worked, but that was. But if it failed, it'd been terrible.
I still don't like the cage you're going to build. You either leave her out of it, or
the only thing is as well is the only positive is with now 2 elves stunned and 2 so far over on the left.
Yeah.
Chug's defense is only going to really have 4 elves in it, and then those other 2 are going to probably have to roll something to
even
become
get
relevant.
involved. Oh, absolutely. No, I mean you have to sweep right.
He's going. I think he's saying he's going in besides Sarah. I think he's just building the cage in the middle, so he can run both ways. Or maybe
I think the ball is ending 2 spaces to the right of Zara, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of. Okay. Yeah. But again, so now we ended with the 2 guards in the front. Which, if Chug's won another go and a 1 dice, is pretty terrible.
And obviously, with that being move 8, he's achieved my secondary scoring goal, which is he can get in without go for it.
And
there's another scoring threat. Just casually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I will done that sidestep later, last, and then do 1 go for it to take as much space out as possible.
With the move 8 piece, I don't mind where he's put it because the whole right side of the pitch is still completely unelfed.
Yeah, but
all you've got to do is head out diagonally to the right, and you've got all sorts of scoring options. I don't think the pro elves are going to get enough over that side to stop.
No, he might go. Oh, morning, Rolex. I don't think risking. I don't mind it. No, it's fair. What are we? What are we doing here? Are we just protecting?
What are we doing there? I mean, if you're running away, then just run away because this. You may as well not. Oh, we're going in again.
Or just strip ball uphill him.
Brilliant.
And why are we going towards the 85s on the sidestep? Why are we doing this?
It's entirely the wrong direction.
The ball should have landed between the 2 guard pieces in 3 tackle zones instead of 3 tackle zones on the outside.
I mean, I don't hate coming in for the ball like that with the 2 die uphill. It is
no.
a rackle strip ball, but
Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's fine.
and as I said, the odds of actually stopping the TD seem very, very weak there.
But that's...
But we sidestepped in completely the wrong direction, surely.
Yeah, that seems bonkers. I think
And-
I tried passing the ball out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you pick it up with one of your AG5 nerves of steel, so that you don't even have to. You just pass it from there,
Yeah.
and then you're also part of the problem.
Sarah's not working?
Gets it
And
down
is it
with a
just
wrestle.
Wrestle, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I get that using the side. Oh!
Oh, dear.
Oh, wow.
And that's a problem.
Probably why you should have gone with the wrestle first.
Yeah.
You don't frighten us, English
And
dogs.
of course he cannot on
Go
Blood Bowl
and
2
boil
try
your
to use a team
bottom,
reroll on that.
sundry silly person.
No.
Ah, blow my nose at you, so-called
To not
After
catch
King.
it.
Yeah,
You
he should have been
and
able to
your
try to
silly
use a
English
leader reroll, not a leader reroll, team reroll to try to uncatch that. In theory.
Someone told me that, I didn't know this, that the only thing you can't
Fart in
choose
your
not to
general
use is
direction.
catch
Your mother was a hamster,
on the
and
opponent's
your
turn.
father smelled
Is that true?
of
So if you
elderberry.
catch it on the opponent's
Now
turn,
go
you
away,
can't
or I
not
shall
use catch
taunt you
or
a
something
second
like that.
time.
Yeah, it auto rolls it, doesn't it? You don't have the option. You can't
Oh, in
set
Blood Bowl
catch
2.
to yeah, you can't
Yeah.
Yeah.
set catch to manual.
So catch will always
Right.
reroll.
I see. So even if you don't want to, you're
Yeah.
forced on Blood Bowl 2
Yeah,
to
you're
use
forced
your
on
catch
Blood Bowl
reroll.
to use catch, yeah.
Well, look, it's by far the least of cyanide sins in programming Blood Bowl 2. So,
Yes.
and I'm still want to be positive and optimistic about Blood Bowl 3, and then they release trailer to cover up the fact they're delaying it several months with a huge spelling mistake on the word mountain. I think, yeah, quality and attention to detail, not things I associate with the name.
Yeah, and then so Chug's get away with that, and the
Yeah,
Bretts has only actually ended up taking those 2 out early hits.
and I think, I mean, do we come back to the fact that for the numbers up he just didn't seize the space enough?
Hmm.
Was he a bit lackadaisical, thinking with my move 8 sidestep blodger, I will always be in range? And then it only took one lucky elf turn, and suddenly, I mean, even if he'd got that ball back, the range was suddenly looking tricky again.
Does Chugs have... No, he doesn't have any scoring threats.
No, he couldn't afford one of those. He only just had enough elves to pull any kind of defense out of his bum.
Yep. Don't get him.
What else are you saving your reroll for? Because this drive is over.
So Chugs has survived. A glorious turn 8 defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of those, he survived by existing. Although, I mean, look, he did still decide he was going to go for that 2 die uphill. Pick the right piece to do it with. I didn't like what he did afterwards. And even putting the AG5 in behind, I mean, I know why he did, but that limited his sidestep options. And I'd wanted to have sidestepped to that square away from the Brettonians.
Yeah. And into more elves, so just get a
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. So the same
And he
elf,
just...
but
And he...
anywhere other than where it was would have been slightly more useful, I thought.
Why are we just giving up hits on Sarah? Why didn't we put a piece beside Sarah? The piece that went over to mark the dirty player.
We don't care about her, I suppose. I mean, the problem is she can't apoth her, so
Yeah.
if she goes, but...
I kind of care about her, because she could be your ticket back into this game after Apple. After the West.
There's me thinking, because you were going to say, because I care about everybody.
No, I don't. If anybody's seen me play Blood Bowl, like, I don't care about most of my players.
Yeah, I don't even care about any of them.
That's a reason I killed multiple 2,000 plus elf teams in CCL. Because I care more about winning than my pieces.
Yes, I said that, Vilinich. Absolutely, the fact that they're making huge typos and not seeming to proofread things before releasing them does show that they are working much, much closer with Games Workshop than ever before.
So Chugs doesn't get his KO
Yeah,
back, but it doesn't matter because he's got the deep bench.
But that's a difference on random clutter matches and hanging your best players out to dry in cup games where you need to win 6 in a row. It's slightly different scenarios. And
Well, do you? Because I happened to notice on the fantastic and beautiful human Rick Reckless's stream the other day, he was listing your many achievements and comparing them to other people's many achievements and talking about, who to him were the best players in Blood Bowl. And he named one player who one of their achievements was just reaching a Chalice final. So you don't need to win one to get noticed. You just need to exist a bit.
When did he do that?
I don't. Oh, you want to look at him praising you now? That's what you heard there.
No.
Everything else, after he was talking about your achievements, everything else just got filtered, didn't it? Or?
No, reasonably fast, but you still preferably want to win 6 games in a row, not 5.
Don't be feeling super chuffed. My good friend Franchu went 2-0-0 in Water Bowl, like many other people have done so far, and many other people will. And Rick complimented him 4 or 5 times about the fact he'd gone 2-0-0 in Water Bowl. So Rick is just a lovely human being.
He is a lovely human being.
He is.
Lovely.
It's one of my favorite human beings. It's a little bit too much when you're tired. He's the same in real life when you play tabletop with him. It's a bit, yeah, it is. It's a bit much.
I had this hope that just off screen he was an absolute monster.
No.
That his house is one of fear and loathing. That his wife cowers in the corner.
No, he's almost even more. He's always more.
He's throwing the dice cup against the wall. There's dice embedded in the.
He's no Miss Sweden.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a door that's specifically the punching door, which has holes in it.
He had to leave the music industry because even the music industry were going, "Oh dear Christ, this isn't rock and roll, darling.
This man's a monster." Yeah.
Sorry, guys. No.
I'm watching from Chugs' view now because we're on Chugs' drive. Just in case
I'm back in Twitch.
Just in case Cole has forgotten to switch.
Yes, that was a very subtle dig at the host streamer.
Well, he's no PC, is he?
This is
apparently, according to School Metro, I am PC.
Yes, he is. Yes.
Oh, that was hilarious.
If you've the eyesight of a baked American, we're interchangeable.
Oh, I love that stream. That's one of my favorite long time.
That was very funny. Yeah, that was very funny.
How many times did he do it? It was like 3 times
particularly as he started the
minutes.
stream by saying, "I'm not going to do it," and then just constantly did it.
Oh, Jesus.
So the ball's kicked relatively deep, but it doesn't matter because they're fast elves. So.
Yeah, they are and they aren't. I mean, if you go catch a heavy on pro elves, they're fast. If you don't, they're incredibly slow.
Yeah, it's the same with high elf in reality.
Yeah.
This TV though, Chugs has got all 4 catchers. It's he's built up the team to be the.
And it's not like Mongloom has set up to be able to do any freaking thing on the kickoff anyway.
No, he's a tiny bit deep for me.
It's crazy. I'm pretty sure Chugs is going to do his best to score into innate.
And particularly behind the ball, which you are, in snooker terms, 0-0 after your drive. You need to be changing how this story ends. So to set up that deep and just seed, even if you misfield, that's fine. I'm not coming for it.
Do you choose to? You can't re-roll it, but do you choose to wrestle here?
He needs to, because otherwise the blocker will blocker will take the block. You need to wrestle. You cannot take that on your guard piece with Makeling. That would be madness. No, he did. Oh yeah, oh shit, he doesn't have wrestle. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Why was Chug setting up to block with a non-block piece with having all the time in the world?
Yeah, it's a terrible setup. It's a bad plan, and he certainly shouldn't have done it before fetching the ball. Though, as I said, with the Brettonians that deep and a deep kick, he's fine, but it's still it's not a great plan. There are ways now to put some pressure on the next turn for the Pro Elves that really didn't need to be
I
there.
think I might rather have blitzed that dude instead of doing that block.
Yeah. It's not like you've committed to a blitz elsewhere with putting any assists in or doing it first.
And you don't
So
really want that.
I agree. Why are you hitting with a blockless AV6? Well, it's not.
It's
It's AV7.
7 with nickling.
Did he not blitz the peasant?
And maybe,
The
but
other way.
I'd rather make sure bleep guard potentially
Yeah.
dies than a random peasant standing one scope.
Oh, yes, he had already used his blitz.
Oh, I had to use this blitz. Okay.
Yes,
What?
he had. So again, it was about setup, which you
That's-
shouldn't be having that piece there.
That seems
And
even
if
worse.
you are, the whole plan should be not to be blocking with it, but to be recovering it, hiding it, and keeping it dry for when you need it. But he's got away with it. It survived the knockdown.
And
And as I said,
Mongloom is...
Brettonian just settling for hitting something utterly irrelevant and not actually attacking the ball area. Oh, tell a lie, they are coming through. Good, at least with Zara.
Yeah, they'll put something up. I think he wants to tackle Mighty Blow as a safety if Chug breaks through.
Yes, because again, there is a lot of speed on this.
But I want to put some pressure on those blank linemen to the left. But
Yeah, definitely. I think you want the frenzy piece to come forwards as well, because you want the threat of at least a hit with the frenzy.
yeah.
As I said before, you need to change how this story ends. So I'd be putting threat on anything that isn't particularly dangerous, and yet trying to keep at least one sweeper back. I think 2 coming towards the ball is the minimum. I would probably go with at least that. Because I've still got my wizard, so if it isn't protected, if anything goes wrong, and if the Pro Elves score in 2 or 3, which I wouldn't hate that, it's going to give me enough to drive back if I handle my positional play slightly better.
Yeah, and the thing is as long as there's 3 sidesteppers on the pitch, which there is for the moment for Chugs, he can just immediately negate the Brettonian 1 turn, can't he?
Depending on where he does with the rest. If you're 11, it depends on how he plays it. If you're with movement 8, you, in theory, if Chug's played it really badly and put 3 sidesteppers besides each other in the middle,
yeah,
it is possible to 1 turn with sidestep movement 8 with 11 pieces against 3 sidesteppers.
I have faith that Chugs wouldn't put them in the wrong squares there.
Me too.
Particularly if a quick snap happened, that would be
even that's. But I also
that's very, very doable. I mean, it's still very, very tough against 3 sidesteppers to get 3 squares.
Yeah, it's basically if you just do a little bit more than just put 3 sidesteppers on the line. But that's probably also why we've been seeing him Mighty Blow hit the sidesteppers when he doesn't have anything better to do.
Yep.
But the sidesteppers is, of course, 2 of them is armor 8, so they are slightly harder. I don't hate this. At least Chug's is under some pressure now.
Yeah, it's done pretty much what I said. It's put lots of pressure on the crapper elves, which is, of course, trying to suck those rerolls. It's put a few somewhere towards the ball. I might have liked to have tried and got a piece in range, as well as a couple rowdily threatening the ball, but I'm not sure we had quite enough pieces for that. Kept a good sweeper back with control over the whole of the field. Quite tough for him to be marked up if you do just get the ball and try and dash through, which Chug was never really going to do, but it's something you have to not invite him to do easily. And of course, Zara does need banging off that agility 5 piece with the niggle.
Ooh, he needs to rebuild that.
Oh, wow.
Oh
my.
Very strange choice of action there.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Probably move the dirty player first.
Yeah, the dirty player first,
yeah. Which means you might not have needed to reroll that at all.
And weren't there some pieces we could have stood up still?
Yeah.
Or am I cray-cray? Now the thing is,
the ball is on a wrestler. The ball is also on a wrestler. So even if you just get a hit on it,
it's pretty good.
So tempting to come in here with some sort of wizard attack as well.
But I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's even needed.
Yeah, but I might wizard the
85.
AG5
Yeah, the
blitz
85.
by
Yeah,
the
blitz,
ball.
yeah.
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 Because it gives me a really nice route into that ball area. It gives me multiple options to attack the ball with.
Gives
and
you
it gives
access
me
to the ball
recovery
sack.
options. Yeah. And I like getting to the ball sack nice
Drop
and
the
nice
trousers,
and
get access
heavily.
to the ball sack.
Yeah. And you can stab the other 85 in the same turn as well.
Yeah. Yeah. No wizard, just going straight up.
Okay, but that still opens, and that's
Yep,
still
that
open.
opens.
Still open up for the play. Still is fine.
I mean, I look, I've always been a lover of you keep your whiz dry if you possibly can, but I think against these pro elves you need to get right on top of them.
Yeah.
The other thing is even if you score, even if the Brits turn over and score on, turn 13, 12, 13, something like that, it still means you're more than likely going to overtime.
Yes.
Which is all you need to be thinking about really now, isn't it? It's just trying to get to overtime.
Well, hence why I would have used the wizard is I not only want to recover the ball, because a ball on the ground against this many AG5 is a ball in the elf hands. But I want to get it secure enough that I can then be turning this drive around and I'm driving for a turn 16
I
score.
wonder if he's going to do the 3+1 dice with the sidestepper that cannot move that much anyway.
Yeah. You've also got you can also hit you can free that guard stand firm that you might want to be.
It will have been armor break and then won something. So no, because the 6 will have worked and then it'll be a stun, but it will just be a stun.
I think I'd want to free that guard stand firm just to have it
KO.
next turn.
Yeah, do the wrestle hit instead.
Do that first, so you've got that relevant.
Yeah, there's plenty of pieces that just need to move anyway. Oh, that's go for it though.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm confused. So far, I don't think this is a very nice plan, but let's see how it ends up. Okay, yeah, he's put himself in for the chain there. I thought
tried
if he went for that square, that had
so he could, so he could have getting a guy in there.
So he could get through without a dodge on his.
But the problem in doing this,
blow tackle piece.
I don't like taking the 2 dice because then there's no recovery. Besides, if you
can. Exactly.
Oh, that's the sidestepper. I guess the sidestepper on a good bounce.
It's the POW.
Okay, the sidestepper because he could get in with tackle from that side now.
The problem is that on a 1 in 8, for whichever square you put it in, it's going into the hands of the.
Oh, that's a good square.
It's fine. Yeah,
it's the perfect square for the Brettonians, but it's.
Well, now that you surely put that blocker around to make it harder to getting into there. Yeah.
Have to.
And he gets it.
And reroll still dry for the pickup, so that's useful for the Brettonians.
And no wizard burned.
Yeah, I mean it worked out fine, but I still, particularly with that final dodge off as well. Although it goes another square, there we are.
Yeah, I need to. Otherwise, it was kind of pointless.
He's more or less got what I was hoping for, which is a ball recovery in a reasonably safe position. But I just think the Wiz could have made that even easier, and then we'd have done with more people.
Chug's just going in with the strip ball again.
Yeah, but that's can he get around?
Well, he's got Rackle on the ball already, so there's 2 red dice easily with that.
Just stand up.
Oh, that one stood up. Okay.
That was the one that got hit.
Of course it did. That's the one that got hit. That's the one that had the ball.
The leap for 1 dice is terrible. It's 5+.
Yeah.
It's 5+, but it's 5+ on a sidestep. It's not. Oh, maybe. Are you rerunning that?
Keck would tee out the window.
Okay, so now you need a knockdown, and then you tackle piece can get in for 2 dice on a 2+. I don't hate it.
Yeah, but I think we're slightly in panic mode a little here. And I get why. A great position has suddenly fallen to tits, isn't it?
Yeah, but again, when we have there must be some of those elves you wanted standing somewhere.
Stand up, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because they didn't use the whiz, you a little bit more panic mode because they scored and they still have the whiz to turn you over again.
Dark Walker, Chug's rolled a double one and got turned over without the Brettonian needing to use the wizard.
Why did we? If we're going
He
that,
built a not very safe shape, and it wasn't exactly
anybody
first
asked
action
me.
mistake, but it was
Okay, why are we
probably only his second.
why are we going to that square?
Yeah.
Was surely just a leap in to hit from the front, so you can put sidestep away from you. It would failed anyway. But it will failed in the square in front of the ball instead of there. Yeah, he must have missed the tackle, you're right. He must have missed
So
the
we got
tackle.
the tackle. We tackle Mighty Blow the Agi 5 Roger.
Yeah.
And then we
Blitz the other one.
clear off the strip ball, and we can stall one more turn maybe and bang it in on the next one, or we can
I will score.
bang it in.
I'll do my hitting, and then I'll maximum my hitting, and then just score.
Zara stab for free.
Yeah, that's probably actually first action.
Yeah.
That could free up you.
Frees up the frenzy tackle piece, which is nice.
To hit the.
And of course, there's no downside to stabs, except that they're terrible and usually don't work.
Besides the casualty it made in the first.
Yes, on AV7s.
Why are we following up?
Because I think we're building a cage.
Why are we stalling?
I think we're choosing a turn 16 score.
Okay, that's fair.
There's the Apo from Chug. I don't hate that. Oh. It's critical now, isn't it? So.
It's not like a looking great for a good cage, is it?
It's fine.
I think he's followed so that he can have the frenzy, so he can.
With that power there, we've got the peasant and the other blocker that can come in from the rear and support the back edge of this cage. Once one does and fills in the square by Zara, we can use the frenzy piece to knock that other elf out, or if we get the power, we can just leave it where it is.
You surely come on, stop with Sarah and see what happens.
The only problem is the elf on the front edge, and that can be blitzed forwards, and then that
step doesn't
that
work.
I
don't like it now. I don't like stalling.
I'm not sure I understand. Like I said, I've got a plan that it frees Zara up after this. I hate this blitz angle.
And if you want to score, it's fine.
Yeah, I didn't want to score.
Back and get
no, you didn't want to score, but I think with the route he's taking and taking the stab,
you come back and screen just in case it's something. Oh,
you're still 2 go for it's from scoring.
One, right?
One.
Oh, 1. It's on a night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have come back almost to where he was before.
Yeah, you could have get
left hand side, and then you're running into the coffin corner almost. And so if you fail, you've got at least on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. This kind of suggests he might still be looking at not scoring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's.
Well, if he's looking at not scoring, then he's played this turn appallingly.
1, 2, 3.
There was
4,
a really
5,
easy
6.
cage available.
That's still
nice and secure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We're not scoring.
1, 2, 3.
We can get the guard.
4, 5, 6.
Great.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is only one go for it from a proper cage, but its corners aren't as secure as mine would have been.
6.
And also not putting as much threat on elves as mine would have been.
Yeah.
And that's terrible. The peasant has to come before that hit. Because if that goes wrong, I mean, I know you've got 4 dice on it, but still, if it goes wrong.
So he needed to make more go for it to make this cage. That's not particularly good cage. Than actually just scoring. Morning Twisted Cannon.
Or staying where he was, using a nice chain to perhaps even free Zara and have her around and involved. And putting more threat on elves and banging on more elves. So my plan was better. Although his has made some space forwards, which let's have that advantage.
You forget the golden rule, PC. It worked, so he was right.
The problem is
I don't hate it. It's not shit and wrong. He's got it into a reasonably safe cage. There's lots of elves knocked over. And he has promoted the ball a few squares over where I would have been.
But he's getting stripped.
It's a different choice.
He potentially getting stripped.
Better.
He's getting strip balled again.
He's getting
leaped in. I've gone for the harder strip ball, I think, but that's. I've gone for the 2 dice, moving the blocker away, and then 2+ out and around, and going in with
This is the
strip ball.
rackle, isn't it? So there's still some nice dice.
No, it's not. It's not.
No,
Oh, it's not. No, it's just a tackle. Okay.
Yeah. I think I better like the strip ball. You just needed to hit the blocker in front, and then you could dodge. It's 2+2+, or going the long way around. And then the lever could have picked up the ball instead.
Yep. Yes, I would have preferred that too.
I mean, we can all agree, though, Mongloom is in a very strong position here. Wizard, 3 rerolls, ball in hand, can score this turn. It's...
Yeah,
he still shouldn't, but yes.
Especially now he got 3 hits again. If you can just get rid of that strip bowler, he's looking really good.
Absolutely bang on some elves. That's the answer here.
You got hit again on Mr. Sidestepper.
But think a little more carefully about how you recover pieces and reinforce this cage better, or whichever cage you choose to do.
You can guard. You stay. You literally just stay because your guard Sidestepper can come
now
back.
that we've taken that one out with a KO, I absolutely would.
You even fouled that piece. I mean, if not, he was going out. That's a strip ball. That's a Sidestepper more though. But I still think surely that guard stand frame should come down now to make sure there's not a path that way around anyway for the elf.
Yep.
Because it's not doing anything up there.
Do you think he's going to come down and Zara stab the sidestepper? I'm not saying it's the right idea, but just
it's
having
hard. You need to block. You need to block strip ball first, then.
Yeah.
The temptation I hope he resists is there's a nice use for that stand firm guard right back where it is, just 2 spaces to the side.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
Giving assists on 2 L's for 2 hits, but that's just not relevant to where the real action is in this drive.
Unless you're scoring.
And here's where Zara where Frenzy does become a nega trait, because of course to recover that piece into the cage at the front edge of it where you really want it, he's had to put Zara in for this assist. And now does he blitz with the Frenzy to recover the piece? No.
Ooh, why are we pushing strip baller closer?
Okay, this is
we just done it. It's fine.
Is he swapping sides or is he scoring? He's certainly not staying where he is, surely. Because he can't afford to hit that sidestepper at the front.
He can. If you just step, I don't actually mind. If you hit the lineman away and if that's not a knockdown on yourself, if you just make sure if you just step in behind your guarder, he can sidestep in to get 2 dice uphill on a bludger.
Yeah.
I don't care. You might even know.
Yes, I know you don't, and I don't massively either, but there are still ways that didn't have to happen, that we could have had that front edge reinforced with another piece.
Yeah, but only just move guarder down and just ignore the sidestepper standing there.
I mean, on a single, this one can just cut. Oh. Well, a single go for it, we could have again reinforced that front edge.
No, I agree. I don't think you want to open the back door to more elf coming that way around. I think that's why.
Well, in that case, you surely step in and at least provide the elf cover on the ball carrier. The guard cover on the ball carrier.
The thing is,
out there he does at least secure the sideline, which is another goal.
Yeah, I think because you don't want those 2 linemen standing behind you coming that way around. I put him down besides the peasant first thing in this turn, just because then you could also take them both down with the peasant. And just ignored it.
Since turn 1 of this drive, that Agi 5 guard piece has been lying on his back because of that failed block.
And it's,
Yep.
It surely moves
Chug
now.
hasn't had a turn that hasn't ended without a fail, has it? So it hasn't had a chance for a recover.
But at one point you need to do it earlier.
Perhaps it should have just stood up and moved somewhere.
Yeah, like I feel that could be critical, because if you've got such a strong piece, yes, it's niggled.
Yeah.
It just seems a shame to have not tried to get that out sooner, doesn't it?
Yes, and if there's a chain of fail, I mean, like this, chasing the good die before you've done other things is sometimes... It is a time sometimes to go back to the basics and do the safe moves first.
And especially that
get the
85.
downed pieces up, get some recovery positions in place.
Yeah, that 85 couldn't do much.
Just got diced. Chug
Yeah.
just got absolute diced. Couldn't have done anything better.
And the problem with continuously going to reverse the problems is there's no... If it doesn't work, there's no secondary plan. There's no pressure to make him score.
Not at all.
Because there's just not enough elves up in his face. He can go where he wants.
And another KO. Now there's a lovely space for a big, lovely cage in the middle of the
absolutely.
pitch.
That's where I'm caging now.
Yeah,
and you've got everybody, and you can even put a foul in. I'll put a foul in on that strip bowler because that's the only problem.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. That gets kicked in the face. Because again, I've got so many pieces viable to move around that I'm not needing them all.
It should be, yeah. You can just take the hit with the mighty blow, make the cage, and then.
Even if Chug miraculously recovered something and got the ball in,
you can also run our cage away from the 2 guard pieces, and having to use even more pieces instead of getting a good foul in on the strip ball. I guess that's an option as well.
Yeah, it is. This has lots of upside in being that far away because other than the catchers, pro elves aren't that fast from the ground. The downside is less assists. I still would probably drop a rowdy foul in.
Yeah.
The problem is the one I really want to do is with one of the 2 pieces right up at the back by the line of scrimmage. To do that, I've got to hit a single dice with the peasant and get a move to free up, and then throw my foul in with my rookie blitzer.
Yeah, I don't hate that. You've got block on the. You've got block on.
Yeah, I mean it's a 2+ to get the move.
Yeah. But come on.
I'm not sure I'd put a reroll into it.
Yeah. But he needs. The problem is he still needs to. The back is it open? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In theory, there's a 1 dice from the back with the mighty blow as he's standing right now.
I'm about to suggest something very Dio-esque. Okay.
Why we couldn't screen that? We couldn't make that. If that blocker is just assisting on the foul from the square on the mighty blow, there's no way he can get in from the top.
Yeah, and Zara could have had that square covered, and she's doing sod all where she is.
I have no clue. Yeah.
What I was going to say was.
Sorry, go ahead, Helmut.
You know that mighty blow blitz is only 1 SBP away from leveling now.
Yeah.
Are we doing an 89 handoff?
Nah, I think we just keep blitzing with it on every 7.
Yeah.
Against elves, that's hard to justify. It's not like there's a wonderful skill it's desperate to have on top of what it's got.
No, but if it did roll a double.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nah,
you know, if my auntie had a penis, she'd be my uncle.
Up. Yeah.
Yeah, another KO. We're heading towards peak elf here.
That's still overtime, but it's still. Oh no, that's not. That's not a 1-turner because it is Brett's drive. It's not Brett's drive. It's Chug's drive. It's really after he missed that score. Yeah, that's not much now. No overtime. No. Besides, if Brett somehow managed to miss it up, still.
Again,
so
why are we... Oh, Chugs, why are we doing moves, even with 1 in 36 fails, before recovering and standing up these elves? Finally, that guard piece stands up.
Yeah, it should have moved
to a position where it's at least vaguely relevant.
Yeah, scoring threat is fine.
Scoring threat, oh bless.
No, but it's not like he's going to do... If he gets the ball, he needs to get it away. You cannot. There's no elves to.
No, you don't. No, 0-0 takes you to overtime. You've still got plenty of elves on the bench, plenty to come back.
No, but if he gets the ball, he needs to get it away. Otherwise, the Bretts is too many down here. He needs to have somebody to get it away to. I think that I'll do something.
You run and punt it.
Yeah.
There's nothing up there that can recover it. There's only a peasant now.
I don't mind it.
I mean, the scoring threat's better because you can still win the game, but it also removes an elf piece that's pressuring this stall.
But is it really? Almost. But is it really the lineman? I don't think. I don't mind it. I would probably have left him on a little bit longer down. In this turn.
I don't mind it. I just think there's better things I could do with it.
I'm not sure. It's going to be like an uphill thing anyway. Hopefully, with
Yeah,
Mongloom.
yeah. But now I've got one less elf to pressure the huge cage that's going to form around this ball.
But
Because I don't think Mongloom's still scoring without pressure. It's not about attacking the ball. It's about the psychological tool of, can I stall this effectively? Is there more elves that I can
He's
deal with?
clearly been fine stalling, not effective.
That's a power play, isn't it? I don't need my wizard.
Yeah.
That means it comes back in turn 16, though.
Yeah, that is my response to that wizard use there. Yeah.
You need to move your cage to the left now, otherwise that is at the 85 is a possibility in turn 16.
He's threatening the surf. Chug sensibly doesn't let him.
No, I think it auto tackled. I think he doesn't have tackle set to manual.
Okay, but I mean, presumably Chugs wouldn't have dodged that.
Yeah, you wouldn't have dodged it anyway. Yeah. Either it's Chug's play or
I'll be
not.
back in 2 secs, guys.
Either Chug's good play or Mongloom not setting skills to manual.
If we I don't understand. We lightning bolt in the 85, and we're staying where 85 can be a thing in turn 16, where he needs to use it. Why are we not moving more to the left? Yeah, I don't think it was necessary. And we can have a bad Winker boss. If he doesn't.
Yeah. So the side of the Venga bus which is most open is also the side where the 2 Agi5s are.
Yeah, and he's, for some bizarre reason, again chosen not to put guard on any of those corner without having a driver.
Yep.
I'm baffled. That's just shit and wrong. And 185 can get in and take those 2 off. Then it's a 1 dice on the ball, and you've got the blitzer on the other side to try to recover it with. It's pretty bad with no reroll, but hey ho. It's better than you could.
Chance.
It's better than you should have had.
Yep.
That's
it's 3s and 4s rather than 5s and 6s.
Hand straight in with a 1.
Anyway.
But that's just. I'm so tempted to. Do you know Mongloom enough to tell him that this is a bad way to do a Winker boss?
Oh, much more funny with him continuously building it in ways that is incredibly easy to unpick.
Surely you don't. Surely you just come hard left.
Just away from all that 85.
Blitz the sidestepper with your mighty blow. Try and level him, and then just cage and score next turn. Got him for the level.
That's alright, we've got a peasant that can kick him in the face. I mean, the other option is we can stay exactly where we are and just put a driver into this bus, can't we?
That's a bit of a better cage now.
Am I back? Yes.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Sorry, I just had a slight problem there. To dip off for just 2 seconds. However, we still need another piece just to the... No, we don't. We've finally got the guards in the right place on this finger bus, don't we?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
from
yeah.
every angle, there's a guard covering the ball.
Yep. Much nicer, as it should have been. Okay.
No, I don't hate that foul. I mean, because it
No,
also
it's...
keeps it honest.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't get sent off, you can just leave him there, and then the other piece can run away.
Maybe even because that is the main threat with wrestle. I don't even hate just keeping the tackle there, making him dodge past tackle all the way. Maybe moving it 1 square to the left. I would probably move it 1 square to the left. Potentially no, you don't need to.
No,
Was that a snake to end the...
Well, it's been a half of snakes, but also some... I mean, not the worst plans ever, but...
Oh, those away from tackle, so it's just a 1. It's been some...
Some very harsh dice for Chug Manmilk. And Mongloom's taken advantage of it reasonably well, just because I thought there was a couple of turns that could have been slightly different shapes. Doesn't mean the shapes he threw weren't well voguey.
And inevitably, they stay forlorn.
It slightly freaks me out that word transferred over.
So he wants his level.
But a pleasant surprise when I arrived on Blood Bowl 2 to find you all saying forlorn.
As long as all is not saying the G word, everything is fine.
That's what I do in the garden. I go and mow the forlorn.
There's no need to score on the last turn. It's
all
overrated.
Assert dominance.
I didn't hate taking 3 dice there with a
No.
reroll in hand. Try and level that blitzer
Yeah.
against the non-block piece. I think that
I've done it all day long.
Long odds with 6 skulls. I've seen it, but it's...
Yeah, and you still... Chuck has no reroll. You still got your reroll. You got a whiz as well.
No, he spunked the whiz, didn't he?
Oh, the whiz. Oh, sorry. Yeah, he spunked it on that
Ridiculously
random.
strange lightning bolt.
Well, congratulations.
Well, poor Chuggles. Mongloom goes through. I think slightly deserved, but nothing terrible from either coach. A few little thick questions.
Just got to have a word with Zara about catching the ball on turn 8, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that certainly didn't help the Brettonian cause.
But it made
the end, that all worked out all right.
And it made it second half really interesting.
It did. Pro Elves managing to not score at all, let alone not score in 2.
Excellent.
Anything in the chat? Anyone interacting in any way with this thriller of a game that we had at this ridiculous
Sarah
time?
got the MVP for that brilliant catch. She was
Oh,
alright.
she's such a thief. She was alright. She existed.
Yeah, and she made a casualty. That's more than you sometimes can expect to get out of her. And the Strength 4 Bloods makes it a bit awkward to work with.
Yeah, dog to the dog. I mean, I do think that despite not hating some of what Chugs did, and he did have awful dice in that second half. I didn't hate it, but I said several times I thought his turn ordering could have been better. Some of his decisions, I think, were a little bit on tilt, maybe. From such a great position at the end of the first half to suddenly see it all fall to ruin. Yeah, you know, it was... I mean, it felt a lot like Brexit, just ridiculous self-harm for no reason at times. Tiny bit of politics for you there, just to get us all Twitch banned. Why not?
Excellent. On that note, I'm going to go make Mrs. Hellboy a coffee and crack on with the rest of my weekend. Lovely to talk to you, boys.
Mrs. Jess seems to be burning some scrambled eggs, so I best go and solve that.
Yeah, sounds good. I will send you guys answers.
Yeah.
And congrats, Mongloom.
Yep, congrats, Mongloom.
Congrats, Mongloom.
Right, see you guys.
Yeah, see you. Take care. Thank you for stopping by, guys.
Bye.
And we can send you all over to Dio. Yeah, you too, Mongloom. Good luck next round. So take care, everybody. I will be back tomorrow. Whoa. Tomorrow evening at 7:30.